recap of last night because we didn't close out the vlog. Again, sorry, I'm just not with it, but
somebody was tired again.
I know, yeah, I've had this wee cold thing for the last 5-6 days, whatever it is. It's wrecking me, so yeah, hit a wall again. But that means we didn't go totally broke, so we're going to play that money this morning, or this afternoon now, because yeah, it's near 12:30. We've just watched, I've just watched Arsenal throw away a 2-goal lead against Villa, which is a bit crap, but we're going to go for food and re-ra. But you wanted to talk about last night's dinner?
Yeah, because obviously we mentioned it, we didn't sort of like talk about it, but yeah, it was superb.
Yeah, you put it away above other Italians we've been to, didn't you?
Yeah, other restaurants as well, not just Italians. It's like, it's probably one of the best meals I've ever had in Vegas.
Yeah, it was very nice. Enjoyed it myself. Nice restaurant itself, you know, the decor, they changed it so much from the last place, Lupo, I think it was called.
Yeah, the service was just brilliant.
Yeah, I highly recommend it, and I would go back.
Absolutely, it's a must do.
Yeah.
If you're in the vicinity, and I was thinking, even if you were staying on the other end of the strip, I think
you'd make a journey for it.
I'd make a trip for it. Yeah.
Yeah, coolio. So we're just outside the wee bit which leads to the stadium, which I think there's soccer on today. I think so. Paul said the other day that he's going to a match later, so it'll probably get busy in and around here shortly. Lionel Messi might be in the background in a minute. Because somebody said he's in town, maybe, for it. I don't know. This is his team playing, but we'll see. I've also got my Huff and Puff t-shirt on because I think maybe that's the missing ingredient for winning on the slots. So we're gonna try with his logo on the t-shirt and see if that makes a difference. We shall bring you along. Well, here we don't have too long. Flight's at 7.
Half 7.
Half 7. So we're going to be out of here for what, 4 o'clock, half 4. So yeah, we've only got a few hours, and I think Rebra will be busy being a Saturday. So we better get a move on. What are you doing, Stan? Talking here? Get out of here! Go! To get the feature, in fact it was last free play spin. Maybe it's the lucky the lucky t-shirt my sister got me. Here's the numbers we're playing for. But yeah, there was 4 buzzsaws dropped in there. I just stopped on the ground. Oh, well, it's times 3 at least, but oh man. Almost got excited there. Yeah, look, 4 of them dropped in, but our free play turned into nothing, so that was the free play money. So is he starting to play? I don't know. You can do better, Mr. Pigs. Woo! No, nothing too exciting. It's just $101 bills for our next holiday in Jamaica, so we've got tipping money. That bonus you saw was as good as it got. We went over to Huff and even more Puff, and it took it all. So that's the gambling done for the trip. So I think it's about half of what we brought to gamble with coming home, so not a total disaster. We've got a couple of decent wins in there, but I suppose when you get a hand pay here and there, you kind of, I wouldn't say you expect one, but you're more hopeful. Yeah, these do happen. So, but not this trip. It wasn't to be. Just back in the room now. Grabbed a few snacks from the wee MGM rewards room because we're gold. And yeah, just going to catch an Uber or a Lyft over to the airport. At least it's a direct flight again back home. So all being well, we'll do our recap maybe at the weekend and try and put these together. And yeah, we will hopefully be back maybe November. That's the tentative plans. But if you made it this far, thanks for putting up with it. As you maybe can tell, I wasn't feeling the best at times, so I don't expect this to turn out too great, but we tried. We had fun. Cheers!
This is not the jam bar.
No, but it is a mustachio. A pistachio martini. Mustachio partini. That's probably what it is, because it's cheap ingredients. But what do you reckon?
Yeah, was this the second or third batch?
Fourth. Well, I went 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Oh, sorry, third attempt. But it's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's pretty close, I have to say.
Frenchie, I'm coming for your job.
Yeah, it's pretty close, I have to say.
Yeah, but there's no bar tops here though.
No.
Yeah.
We're not winning much.
I missed the keno and you winning money beside me. But anyway, so here we are back in the Donaldson's kitchen.
Unfortunately, we had to come home.
We did. So it's what, 2 weeks since we got home?
Yep.
Yeah. By the time you're watching this, it's probably about 2 months since we got home, because you know me, it takes me a week to get a day together, but yeah, here we are. I think we're just going to go straight into the good stuff. You going first?
Am I going first?
I think so. You know, if you've seen this before, we like to review our trip. We'll do 2 good things, 2 bad things each. It's always a struggle. Well, it was this trip to find bad things. There was a couple of obvious ones, but yeah, sometimes you're picking holes in things. But yeah, we like to keep it real, and yeah, not everything's perfect. So here we go. Ladies first.
Okay, so my first good is being greeted at the airport by BJ and Candy and a Cooper to the Cosmo, which the best way to start off your trip is by being greeted by those 2 lovely smiling faces and hugs at the airport when it's like, yay, hello, oh my god, what are you doing here? Obviously we knew they were coming out to stay in Vegas at the same time as us, but obviously we didn't know that they were going to be there at the airport to pick us up, so that was kind of a really nice, lovely surprise.
They kept it quiet for so long, and even Candy said, she was telling me, tell them you're coming, tell them we're coming. And she's just like, it was like literally 2 days before the trip that they finally announced they were coming. But I'll be honest, guys, like we knew you'd be there, because we know you, but we did not expect you to be at the luggage carousel picking us up. That was a nice surprise, so thank you.
Yes, and obviously the kind of whole 2-3 night stays I had with you was, as always, funny. My sides are sore from laughing. Just love you guys to bits, and hope there's many more trips. But yeah, you know, we always when the 4 of us get together, there's always mischief and banter and just shenanigans. Yep. And fireball. Yeah, and you are just the best people.
Yeah, I love meeting you guys. Wouldn't be a biggest trip without you.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's my first good.
Cool.
Second good, and I can't remember, actually, you'll probably remember the name of the Italian, the new Italian in Manly Way. It's the Wolfgang Puck one, isn't it? It used to be Lupo.
It escapes my mind.
But yeah, literally.
You've got a phone.
Oh yeah, so I do, but I don't think I have it written down.
No, probably not. Well, my phone's over there vlogging this.
Yeah, literally from start to finish, it was just...
I'll put it on the screen right now.
Everything was just so good. The service was just brilliant, and the pasta was just amazing. The meal, it was like one of my favourite meals I've ever had in Vegas, and the service was brilliant. We actually had enough because you're kind of not rushed. You're kind of, you took your time with your meal and stuff. So we did actually have room for dessert. We shared a dessert, as you saw, but we were kind of saying to the waiter, like, could you give us a bit of time sort of before you bring the dessert? And we were literally just about to say, they said, oh, let us know when you're ready, and we were literally just about to kind of get somebody's attention and go, we're ready for dessert now, and it was brought in front of us.
Yeah, you could see us looking around, I guess.
And just the food and the service and the place inside as well is just, the decor and everything's just it's really epic.
Way nicer than what Lupo was.
Yeah, just completely night and day. Talk about an upgrade.
And that dessert the waiter recommended, because we're not big desserts people, because we normally eat a hearty entree, as they're called in America, and you're full up. But I thought, okay, we've maybe got room for one. He recommended one, and wow, it was amazing. So nice.
Really, really rich, really chocolatey, but really light at the same time, which was bizarre, but for a dessert kind of with that much chocolate in it.
And what was the thing with the wine?
Yeah, he brought out a bottle of wine, and he poured it came out like a wine trolley, and he tasted the wine first, and then obviously he
stole some of our wine. I want my wine back.
I don't think he took that much.
No,
dry your eyes, it'll be alright. And he poured it into like a carafe, and kind of said there was a wee bit of sediment at the bottom. He says the bottom that there's a wee bit of sediment, because he said about the year or something, and I was like, yeah, it's red, and it's like that's all I need to know, it's red. But yeah, just from asking about the menu, and could see him different, obviously people asking questions beside us, and obviously beside us there was quite a few big tables as well, and it was really, really busy as well, and that didn't seem to kind of make any difference to the waiting staff at all. It was just nothing was too much sort of trouble. So yeah, 100%.
It stood out. It really did.
Yeah. I would, if I was staying at the other end of the strip, I would still make I would still go there. Even if I wasn't staying on
everything was top notch about that place.
Couldn't praise it enough. So that's my two good. Then I suppose the bad.
You have bad things?
From the good to the bad. So first bad for me is you pronounce it China something?
China something. China Poblano in Cosmo.
In Cosmo. The food's kind of, I would say, quite average. It's kind of nothing above what you would get at any sort of other sort of Asian-y sort of style restaurant in Vegas, and actually the times when we've been to Chin Chin, it kind of was very similar to it. But if you don't know, there's two different kitchens. There's there's Mexican, you can order Mexican food, or basically sort of Asian-y sort of type food, and obviously Maureen was with us, and we all ordered for me, and she got a wee taco starter which came out really quickly, but we all got kind of main courses from the Asian sort of kitchen, so all our food was coming from the same kitchen. So but I sat for at least 10 minutes with no food.
It all came at different times. It's your food's ready, there you go, and then 10 minutes later there's yours, and you're probably going to get on it, but the portion size difference.
Yeah, it was mine was a starter, and there was mine was in the same section my noodle dish was in the same section as on the menu as what Maureen's was, and hers was like a lot more than what like food wise, it was a lot more than what mine was, and it was like it was okay. It wasn't bad food, but it wasn't anything to write home about. And yes, they were really busy, but I just kind of just thought, no, this is a one and done for me. I don't like sitting there, or I wouldn't like anybody else sitting there when you're kind of going, well, I've got my food, but like you're sitting there for 5-10 minutes and you're still waiting on yours, and it's like, well, for me that's not an enjoyable meal out. It's like,
and it's loud. It's maybe the sort of place to go with friends or a crowd, because it's loud and bustling. It's certainly not a date night place or anything.
No, and there was a big party that came in sort of beside us after we sat down, and I sort of thought, well, if our food has been brought, there's only 3 of us, and our food has been brought out at different times. If you're in a table of 20, what's it gonna be like?
Yeah.
So,
well, speaking of 20, I got that 20 vegetable fried rice dish, I think it's called, and I added chicken. It was like enough for 4 people, and then everyone else was getting these wee small bowls. So yeah, it was all a bit out of kilter, but yeah, I'm glad I tried it, but
yeah, and the food wasn't anything special. Like, we obviously was it the noodle shop or the noodle place that we've been to in Mandalay Bay, and then there's one in Bellagio, and obviously Chin Chin in New York and stuff. And obviously I would say lemongrass is streets ahead. Yeah. Streets ahead, and lemongrass and Aria is like way ahead of what this.
It's way more casual anyway, I felt. Yeah, it's loud and bustly, and but
I didn't have a problem with the loud and sort of bustliness of it. It was kind of
your food coming at different times.
Yeah,
so
and
weird.
There was no communication that was going to happen either.
Yeah.
Like, nobody came near us to kind of say, is your food okay, or say, is everything all right for you, or to say, look, yes, yours is on its way, or it'll be with you soon. There was no communication whatsoever. It was like, get you in, what do you want to drink? Right, here's your drink. What do you want to eat? And it was like literally bang, 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 and then like get you out. And yes, I get some people like will obviously want that if they're doing other things afterwards, but it just kind of felt, because the inside is again, like, looking wise, inside it looks pretty, pretty spectacular, but just the service and the food's like average. It's, for me, I would go to every day. I would go back to Chin Chin in New York before I would go back there, because the service is better and the food's kind of near enough the same. But I would say in Cosmo you're paying more because it's Cosmo.
Yeah, very true.
So my second bad, I hate to say,
controversial,
was my meal in Hugo Cellar. I was just kind of disappointing.
Which, can I just say, is probably our favourite restaurant, so that's probably why it's a big.
And it's kind of, I've had it before. I've had it was like a duck with a bourbon glaze with bacon and stuff in it, and
Did I record it? Oh, I was about to say I'm going to put it on the screen, but I bet you don't have footage of it. I don't know.
No, I think you did. Because we were at dinner with other people, so we kind of didn't want to sort of
vlog it as much.
Yeah. But I'd had the meal before, I think on an October trip, not past, but the year before. So I thought I knew what to expect, and it was just like there was no bacon with it at all. And the bourbon kind of glazed sauce was kind of very watery and non-existent, and it was just okay. And it's the first time, we've been going to Hugo Cellar for probably 20 years, since like our first trip we ever went to Vegas.
We did, yeah, very first time.
The service is always really good, and
the staff
the food's always usually really good, but it's the first time where I kind of went, no, this is not, because I got it before. I've had it before. It wasn't great
compared to the last time.
Yeah, compared to the last time I had it.
And I got the same as you, and I was just like, it was okay, but
could have been a different chef.
Yeah,
but
normally it's like wow when you go there, and it wasn't wow.
No.
Yeah, I guess that was the thing. Was it bad? But
I think if that had been my first time going and my first ever meal, I don't know that if I had went back.
Well, that's the thing, because the first few times we went to Hugo's, it was wow, and it's made us go back so many times. Like, we've been going for nearly 20 years, and
if that trip had been your first time, as you say, you probably wouldn't.
And I think I maybe
It's a
probably
well done.
should have said something, but we were with other people and I kind of didn't want to make a big deal or a big fuss about it. And then as it wasn't like the food wasn't bad, but it just it wasn't like anywhere near, because I'd had the meal before. It wasn't anywhere near in the vicinity like it had been before. So
it wasn't unedible. You're not going.
No.
This wasn't as nice as it was 2 years ago or whatever, but.
Yeah, it was just kind of when I had it before, it was like there was bacon bits underneath the duck, and the duck had a bourbon glaze over it and a bit of a bourbon sauce. And this time it was like you wouldn't even know there was like any bourbon in it. There was like no bacon whatsoever, and it was like, well, you can't really advertise your duck in a bourbon and a bacon glaze, and there's no bacon and there's no bourbon.
Yeah, and that wasn't. It's not cheap going there, as
No.
you've probably seen when we vlogged it, the prices and the receipt I probably posted. It's You pay a lot of money. To go
It's
there.
not cheap, and I kind of felt bad for the people that we were with because we didn't. Obviously, it was the first time meeting them, and we didn't know what they really thought of it, and if their meals weren't kind of up to par, and it was like that was their kind of first experience of it, I was like they probably wouldn't go back. And I think if that was my first experience of it, I probably wouldn't go back.
Yeah,
but
true.
as she goes, we're always going to go back.
We will. We'll give it.
And I say if it had been just the two of us, I would have sort of said something and just sort of said like, this is not like that. This is not really great. It's not like that I had sort of the last time I had this, but. When we were with other people, so we kind of don't want to make a big deal of it.
Yep, very true.
So that's my too good, too bad.
Oh, is that you finished?
Yep.
Oh my god. Yeah, well, I thought in my head, looking at mine, I'm going to do mine in reverse order. I'm going to go bad and then good, because I think one of my goods might take a while. So I'll start with the bad. Well, if you've watched the vlog, you probably saw it. I think I waffled about it on there. So on our first 3 nights, we stayed at the Cosmo, which, we already probably talked about it on the trip. Loved it. Now it's on MGM. Happy days. Getting comps in Cosmo is fantastic. So happy. But it was a comp. The app and whatever told us it was totally free. At the minute we're gold, so no resort fees. Happy days. And when we checked out, they had like a wee. It was almost like an iPad type thing as you're checking out. It's like, look through that, make sure everything's okay. We had 3 heavy nights. We went out with the kinos.
You didn't have your glasses on?
I didn't have my glasses on, so nothing to do with the alcohol consumption or anything. I'm just looking through it going, well, I didn't see any names of places we hadn't been that alerted me. Like, well, I didn't go there, so obviously it turns out there was room charges on there, which were charges for the room. But because it probably said Cosmo or something, I was just like, well, that's probably a room charge we done. That, I'm not going to sit there and scrutinise everything. I was just like, okay. I was just like, how have we spent? It was like almost like, I think it was well over 1,000. It's like, how have we spent $1,000 in 3 days? But anyway.
But you got a printout?
Yes, I saved the trees, but yeah, I got a wee printout. And as we moved down to Golden Nugget, I was just standing looking through it going, they've charged us for those 3 nights. And it was over $500. And I was like, I was just double checking through my booking email. I was like, yep, that was totally comped, but they charged us. So that was a wee bit of a negative, because I posted that online on Facebook, and other people said that happened to me. I know someone else that happened to. So how many people does that happen to who don't notice? Because we nearly didn't.
Well, if it was only maybe one night, you might not notice.
Yeah, but
we noticed it because it was.
But if we hadn't got our printout, we probably just went, check. Well, some people just dump their keys and go, and then you get your credit card bill at the end of the trip and go, okay, well, that's clearly what I spent. I got a printout and went, oh, something's wrong there, and like it was.
Although I did notice when we checked in when we moved after Golden Nugget for the 3 nights and then moved to Cosmo for the next 2 nights, when we checked in, the guy at check-in basically said, yes, you've 2 nights comped.
Yes,
and when we
that
checked,
was the difference.
That was the difference, and obviously we didn't pick up on it because obviously 10-hour flight or 9-hour flight, you're kind of tired, and I was like, said the room that we're staying in, but obviously never mentioned, oh yes, 3 nights comped. And we kind of talked about it afterwards, and we thought, no, we never said that when we checked in the first 3 nights. They didn't say.
They didn't pick up on it when we checked in, but they.
And normally, you know, if you're checking in somewhere, like especially MGM, your 3 nights.
This is how much it costs, or it's comped, and they didn't say a word.
They basically lay it all out when they're checking you in.
Yeah.
If you go to the desk, that is. Obviously, if you're checking in online and stuff and through the app or whatever, you can see it all there. But normally, when you go to the desk, they'll lay it all out and say.
Yeah, but the good thing was, obviously, took a wee bit of time, but eventually found an email address, fired an email off to them. A few days later, they replied. Now, I had to reply to their email. They were like, "What's your name? What's your date of birth? What's your mobile number or email address? Whatever it was." So I had to like give them all the security stuff. And fair play to them. Like the $500 odd bucks was back on our credit card within 2 days, I think it was. So fair play that they sorted it out quickly, but that shouldn't happen because I would so easily have missed that if I hadn't got that printout. I just would have went, oh yeah, I spent $1,000 in those 3 days.
Yeah, so it's something to be aware of.
Yeah,
if you've never stayed in Cosmo before and you're MGM and you're staying in Cosmo for the first time, because obviously you've heard that it's to do with the kind of switchover that it hasn't kind of completely sort of happened yet. So it's just something to bear in mind when you're checking out to make sure, or when you're checking in to go, if you know you've comp nights and they don't say that you're 3 nights comp or whatever, just double check and make sure that they don't charge you for it. Because we probably would have been easier to sort it out there and then if we'd realised, but...
Yeah, make sure when you're checking in and double check when you're checking out. So one to look out for anyway, because we're not the first people that's happened to, but at least we caught it and they sorted it. So yes, it's a negative, but they dealt with it okay. But you could miss it, and that's a lot of money. So that's one bad. The other was, if you got this far in the vlog, you'll see my energy levels. I went downhill so bad. I was like so ill.
It's turning 51.
I think it's an age thing.
Well, BJ did say that 50 if Graham at 50 would have survived.
Oh damn it! Yeah, but no, I did get so ill. It was maybe too many late nights, and not sleeping and waking up early. I don't know what it was, but
well, no, there was loads of people coughing about Vegas. And there was loads of people coughing on the plane, and before we left here, like sort of after Christmas and sort of up to New Year and even after New Year, I was was coughing and had a coughing thing. So. Obviously when you're out drinking and partying and stuff, it does lower and obviously tired and not getting enough sleep because of jet lag, it does kind of lower your immune system. So when you're coming into contact with that many people, there was loads of people walking about coughing in Vegas. So
there was definitely, yeah.
It's kind of seasonal. It's a season for stuff like that. So
yeah, very true. Yeah, no, I definitely felt a wee bit. I could just feel even vlogging bonuses and slot machines, I could hear my voice going, and I could just feel like, I don't even want to do this. It was just like, just so
fun times.
Yeah, sorry, but in my head, we're only 2 vlogging nights into this series that are up on YouTube. I haven't really looked at all the other footage, but I know in my head the first 3 nights were fun. Then I think we had a bit of a quiet 4th night. I know Control Our Day was the 5th night. After that, I have in my head, it was like the last 3-4 nights were probably quieter. So maybe not the usual shenanigans, but yeah.
No, I think we did okay.
Did we?
Yeah, no, I think we did.
Well, I'll find out when I edit it, but I definitely didn't feel as lively at some certain points towards the end of the trip. I definitely remember coughing up crap and just feeling drained.
Nice.
And, it wasn't, but yeah, it happens. I got poisoned by the alcohol. Maybe. I don't know.
No, I was force feeding him paracetamol and lots of medication.
Oh, it was your fault then.
No, I was giving you medication to help you. It's like...
I'm joking. Shh. Every time we vlog, you're
looking at my watch or looking at my phone going, oh, it's time for your meds, love.
Like the same we were vlogging away in the Cosmo, you're going ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
That's Darren. Hi, Darren.
Hi, Darren.
He's asking how did the pistachio turn out? Yeah, you can see, Darren, they turned out really good.
Pistachio martini. Well, they're not bad. Yep. Cheers. What am I on to?
You're good.
Oh,
did you do good? You did your bad.
I done my bads. Get the bad out of the way. No one needs to talk about the bad. So the good. Well, we'll not go forever on it because we did talk about it. But the flight. Come on. Like, we live on the island of Ireland. We do. We live on the island of Ireland.
You're doing
You know what?
well.
You know, I know. I said it twice on purpose, but we do. It's so nice to be able to drive to an airport, jump on a plane, and get straight to Las Vegas. So good. Love it.
Yeah, I remember you did I think we probably mentioned this before on our first night, but you did mention this to the staff on the way out.
Oh yeah, we were literally walking off the plane, and you probably know yourself if you get off a long haul flight, they're all standing there like this. Hey, have a nice holiday, blah, blah. And I'm literally walking off going, we love the direct flights.
And I'm behind him going, oh dear God, I don't know you. I'm not with him.
No, you're just somebody else in the background. Yeah, but no, totally do, because like not messing around with connections, waiting around. I told you to put your phone on silent. You never do what you're told. Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, so hopefully it lasts. I mean, they only do it 6 months of the year, but we can make those 6 months work if we stick with that. I just hope they don't give up on it. So fingers crossed. So if you're on the island of Ireland, because I like the sound of that, use that flight, please. Go to Vegas, drive down to Dublin, boom, make use of it. Keep the flights full.
Or even north of England or Scotland when you have to get a
Well, that's
flight
true,
into
yeah.
London anyway.
Yeah, why go through London? If you're in Scotland, Wales, north of England, why fly down to Gatwick or Heathrow? You can nip over to Dublin, do your immigration, fly to Vegas.
Flights are cheaper from Dublin because the airport tax is cheaper.
Exactly. So yeah, that's enough about the flights. But yeah, we're so happy, obviously. We've been going to Vegas for like 20 years, and it's so nice to be able to get a direct flight. So hopefully it lasts. The other thing I have to talk about is control our day, because and thank you so much for. I know I bombarded everybody on social media with like, this is what we want to do each part of the day, but there were so many responses. It was great, and we'd done it a couple of trips ago on the Strip, but this time we thought this could work downtown because everything's so close.
Yeah, I think we sort of said, this would work so much better downtown.
And I think it did, and we loved it. For the most part, it was a fantastic day. I think I'll quickly run through it all. Like, so you've got it on your phone, and obviously we don't record as we're drawing it because it's easier just to do it.
Nobody wants to see that.
Well, somebody did, but anyway, we're at the airport. I do Google random number generator. Count the answers in each question. Google random number generator, boom, and that's whatever number comes out. I count down the answers. That's how we picked that, just so you know. So the first one was obviously breakfast, and the funny thing was when it came out, it was Steve Smith. His answer was, "I've never had breakfast in Fremont, downtown Vegas." And it's just like, what? But then, as the comments went on underneath that post, he goes, "Okay, Pink Box, I've never been there, I want to go there," or something like that. I'll post it on the screen. So that came out. So thanks, Steve.
Yep, good choice, Steve.
I got a Snickers thing. It was lovely.
Yeah, mine was amazing too, but it was just I didn't manage to finish all of it. I left a wee bit because it was like peanut butter, and it had like a peanut butter cheesecake filling and like chocolate and like white chocolate. It was just like total indulgent. Oh my god, 90 million calories, but it was gorgeous.
And I suppose we were kind of happy that Pink Box came out because we were thinking, okay, so like we would never really have 3 meals in Vegas unless you're having late night munchies or something. But in terms of going for a breakfast, going for a lunch, and going for a nice dinner, like because of the portion sizes, who has the room in their bellies for all of that? So when Pink Box came out, we're like, okay, this could work. So like, okay, happy days. So Pink Box coffee, wee snacky thing. It was filling enough. I liked it. I suppose it was a bit awkward where to eat it. So because we ended up going around to the Subway and
there's like a wee
McDonald's
mini
used to be, and
there's like a wee mini food court
I was like,
in Plaza.
who wants to walk around?
Yeah, I think kind of it's a shame they don't have a bigger area in Pink Box to kind of to sit.
Yeah, if they had like maybe 12, 16 seats or something, yeah, that would help. But yeah, I suppose they want slot machines there. But anyway, that was great. Thank you, Steve. Good recommendation. Even though you've never been yourself.
Steve, you need to go now?
You need to go. So, okay, yeah, I'll just do it in the order that was on Louise's phone. So we played some slot machines for people. Tracy Burrell, you picked Buffalo Dash for cash. Now, we had fun trying to find that one. Now, I think we found it early enough in Circa, but we don't overly like gambling there because it's never kind to us. But we hunted and couldn't find it anywhere else.
Yeah, so
we had to go back, and as you saw, it done nothing. It was like, it wiped $100 out for us. I don't think we got a bonus or anything. Yeah.
No line hits, no bonus, nothing.
Yeah, so you may like that machine,
but then that's Circle.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's our experience of Circle.
Yeah, we just don't have much luck in there. So we moved on. Then Mr. Steve Smith came out again with his Lord of the Rings at the up. Now, thank you, Steve, for giving us directions to where it was. I like that
because we could still be looking for it right now.
Yeah, because he says Lord of the Rings 3 reels upstairs in the D. I'm like, yes, we have directions. So that worked. We found it okay, and here we got loads of bonuses, and so I think it got to the point where we were losing a bit, we were winning a bit, we were losing a bit, and well, okay, we've had like 5 or 6 bonuses. Let's leave with 50 of the 100, so we're not going to lose it all, because we knew whatever we got on the slot machines was going to the high limit room. So we stopped with the 50, but yeah, it was a fun wee machine.
Yeah,
we had a chance here and there, and yeah, it was entertaining. It's not one we've ever played before, so
no.
Good recommendation. I enjoyed that. Thank you. And then apparently we played Dance and Drums Trio from
the lovely Jessica.
Yes, from J&J Adventures of J&J. So yeah, I think we got a bonus on that one. Did we leave with 100 from memory? We had about 150.
Can't remember.
Well, who knows? It's been 2 weeks. I can't remember. Shocker. But I'll put it on the screen anyway. So yeah, we definitely got a bonus on it. I remember that anyway. So thanks for the recommendation. I think I prefer other versions of Dance and Drums than Dance and Drums Trio. I think, am I influenced by the time we played it in that place in California when we were at Palm Springs? It just didn't play for us. Is it because it's on 3 screens? Is that like, let's say you're betting $1, is that going like 33 cents on each one?
I don't think you can. I think you have to like to get there's kind of because it kind of from memory I think it's that you have to bet like a higher level to get kind of 3 screens, because if you bet lower then it only activates like the 2 screens. So I think you have to bet like 288 I think it is to get the 3.
I just feel when you hit it doesn't seem well, from our experience we've never won very much on that machine.
Well, here
whereas other Dance and Drums machines we have done, but we give it a go.
We used to say that about Huff More Puff.
Well, this is very true. Yeah, it's right place, right time, isn't it? But
exactly.
I hope you have fun on it, and we'll not rule it out. We'll try it again. So where's next? Oh, first bar. Yeah, so we went to the carousel bar. Now, the name that came out, who picked that was Amanda Strong. Thanks for the recommendation, but there were so many people picked carousel bar for, was it first bar, afternoon bar, even I think evening bar, people picked it. So a lot of people like that bar. What did you think?
No, I liked it because they still had. It was cold enough at that time of day outside, but obviously they had a few kind of heaters round the outside of the bar lit, and then we managed to find a spot sort of at the very edge where the sun was sort of shining down, so we were okay. And then I got because it was still sort of, they were doing like their winter Christmas cocktails, I got like as you were saying, it was like a warm cider and something else in it, so my cocktail was warm anyway, so
that's right, yeah,
it was really,
I ordered one with graham in it, the graham cracker or something, and I was like, damn it, only came here for this one.
Yeah, well, we ended up sitting for 2 drinks.
We did, because once we got that wee corner where the sun came around, it's a nice view and good for people watching. There was a few people came back and just randomly said hello as you're walking by. I kind of think they missed a trick with that one, because I always compare it to Whiskey Liquor Up where it rotates, because it's a round bar. Like, can you imagine if that rotated? I think that would be amazing. Like,
yeah,
because it was dead. Like, there's no one there. And
there was another couple plus us, really.
Yeah, and so many. Pretty much every time we've been to that bar, it's been empty. So it's like they've got something's going wrong. So, but like, imagine if it rotated. Is that the secret? Rotating bars. I don't know.
I really do. I really like it. I have to say, I really like it as a bar. I just think it's looking, and it's like, obviously at times a year.
But what's missing then?
Well, maybe it's really busy at other times a year when we haven't been. You kind of don't know. So, I just think to look at it, it's spectacular. And any time I've been for drinks and cocktails, it's been really good. And I just think
we need to try those big pineapples. I think it was Michael. Because when he recommended it, Michael Shelley, hello, he said, "Oh, you're getting the big pineapple drink." We haven't done that yet, but maybe we need to try that.
No, I definitely needed. When I seen there was like a warm winter kind of cidery kind of spice drink, I was like, "Yep, I need that in my life."
Yep. Well, we went from there to lunch. Now, hello, Dan.
Hi, Dan.
Yeah. Now, if you've watched this far, you've probably seen Heart Attack Grill came out. Fair play to Dan. He said, if you do that, I'll do that in his upcoming trip. Dan has a wee channel. I'm going to post his channel name up here. Give him a like.
You need to check him out. He's a really good guy.
Lovely guy. Yeah, absolutely lovely gentleman. And we've met him a couple of times. Great guy. But he thought it'd be funny and go Heart Attack Grill. And it came out. So there's me in the lounge at Dublin Airport going, 7, oh my god, I think that's Heart Attack Grill. It was, boom. But the funny thing is, it was amazing.
I really enjoyed it.
Wow. Like we both said since, okay, yes, they do these stupid things. Like, who's going to eat a burger this size? Nobody. So we just got the
single bypass
burger, share the fries, and big stupid drinks, as you've seen. But wow, it was like the burger was like $13 something or $14 something. It was one of the nicest burgers I've had in Vegas.
Yeah, really good. Really shocked how, because you kind of expect with something that's kind of quirky and kind of gimmicky, like that the food's maybe not going to be, it's going to be okay, but like, the burger was really, really good.
It was, yeah. Like, we've been to Gordon Ramsay and probably spent $20-30 on a burger, but I have to say, that one sticks in my mind. And maybe it's because I got my ass beat by a nurse, I don't know. Twice, yeah. Well, I had to get different angles for the vlog. Yeah, well, yeah, that's the thing. So if you don't finish your lunch or dinner, you get spanked by a nurse. But obviously, yeah, just for you guys, yeah, I had to get beat.
Yeah, because obviously we both finished, and I was kind of nearly finishing my burger, and the waitress came over and says, "By the way," says, "if you don't want that and you don't want to finish it," says, you can give it to him, and if he doesn't finish it, he'll get beaten, but you won't." That's like,
right. She did say that, yeah.
So yeah, the staff obviously and the waitresses they're all up for banter. They're all up for
really good fun.
Because I don't think you could work there obviously if you weren't. But true. I have to say, I would 100% go back. Wouldn't hesitate to go back. Even the two of us, but I think with a group of people, it would just be
perfect. If you're there with 4, 6, 8 people, friends, family, whatever, 100% I would go there, definitely. I really, really enjoyed it. It was fun. The music, the vibe. It was fairly quiet. Like, we went about, was it 3 in the afternoon or something?
I think we went with 2, half 2.
Yeah. So we were maybe at a time of day it was quietish. Plus it was Monday or Tuesday or something. So I assume at weekends it's busier. But I could not say a bad thing about it. Saying that, it's cash only.
Yeah.
So that will be the only thing. So remember that you cannot pay with card. It's cash only. So we didn't know that before we went there, but we had our gambling budget, so we had to Okay, out of the gambling budget, there's the $100 or whatever.
No, well, actually, he's lying. That's why you got spanked twice. That was because
What?
you paid for your burger by being spanked twice.
You've lost me. I paid for my burger.
Yeah, so you agreed to get.
What?
Everybody else will understand this. It's like whoosh.
Explain.
Doesn't matter. If you have to explain it, if you have to explain a joke, then there's no point.
It wasn't a very good joke then.
It was.
Yeah, apparently it was a good joke. Hope you got it. Where did we go next? Oh, Speakeasy. Okay, yeah, well, I'll have a few things to say about that one. Gary Francis, I think, recommended. Hi, Gary.
Hi, Gary.
Yeah, Mob Museum Speakeasy. We loved that the first time we went there. That was at night.
Mm-hmm.
And this time we went, it was during the day, obviously, because that was the draw where it came out, was like afternoon drinks. And I think the problem is, it seems like the tour where you go through the actual museum, they must direct people if they want to go down to the bar afterwards. So you're sitting at the bar like this, but there's constantly people coming in, you know, looking at pictures on the wall and just. Whereas the first time we went, there was like a wee jazz band on, and there was no traffic coming through.
Oh, it was at night time as well. So.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was way better at night. So if I'm ever going back there, yeah, go at night, not at day. Yeah. To me, it wasn't as enjoyable. I can't even remember the drinks we got, but it was just like, yeah. I like the whole aspect of get a wee password and you're knocking on the door. You probably can't tell from the vlog, but or maybe you can. But the password was bourbon, so you go knock on the door and you're like, here's me, bourbon, and he goes, no, it's not. And I was just like, well, it was this morning when I looked, and he goes, I'm only joking, and he opened the door and then you come in. So you know the staff were good.
I would say they have lots of fun with that.
Yeah, so it was good banter, but yeah, I just didn't enjoy the whole. There was like streams of people walking past on a museum tour. It was better at night when there was a wee jazzy band on. It was darker, and the bar staff were there just to do cocktails. So yeah, that's what all I have to say about the Mob Museum. Then we, sorry to you keep moving your phone.
Yeah, well, you moved it.
I wanted to read it.
See, this is where your glasses would come in handy. You know, these glasses that you're supposed to wear.
So, it's time to apologise to Marie Gowans. Now, Marie, your pick of Barry Steakhouse did come out. We were quite excited to go there.
It's been on the list.
It's like, because yeah, we know how fancy it is and expensive it is, and that's probably part of the reason why we didn't go, because you see that feed we had in Heart Attack Grill? It was so filling. So once this came out, the first thing I done was like, okay, boom, book Barry's. I think we booked it like 8 o'clock at night or something, later than we would normally eat. So, but after we had the Heart Attack Grill, as the day went on, and it was like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, I was like, I'm still not hungry. Are you hungry? And I was like, oh no. I was like, you're not going in there and getting out without paying maybe $300 for a really fancy steak, and we'll probably get a cocktail, a bottle of wine, whatever. And it's like, it would have felt like a waste. We wouldn't have enjoyed it because we were so stuffed from that lunch. So we have said we'll park that and we will go there. So thank you for the recommendation. We will definitely try it, but we just couldn't do it that day because
I think we probably should have done, instead of going to Heart Attack Grill at like 2 o'clock, 2:30, we should have went at like 1 o'clock latest.
Yeah, maybe, but then I was almost a wee bit more full than I expected from Pink Box, and then the couple of drinks in the carousel bar. So I suppose there's liquid in your belly, and then you're like, I'm not hungry yet. So it was hard. Like I said earlier, it's hard to squeeze in a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner in Vegas. It really is. Well, for us anyway.
Well, we proved the fact that it's not easy.
But yeah, at the end of the day, Heart Attack Grill could have come out as the dinner, and White Castle could have come out as lunch. Who knows? We could have done 3, but when it's such a fancy place as Barry's, we want to do that justice. So I'm pretty confident we'll do that on our next trip. But yeah, I wasn't going to go there not hungry, because I want to go there and enjoy it. So yeah. So yes, it did come out, Ray, but sorry we didn't go. But thanks for the recommendation. We will try it. After that, evening bar. Wow. Who recommended that? Was it Sharon? Yeah.
Sharon Sterling.
Sharon Sterling. Oak and Ivy. Wow. Now, we had been there before. It was, geez, can you remember what year that was?
It was definitely a January trip. It was definitely for your birthday, because we were staying in the D, and we ended up going to Container Park because we couldn't check into the D, and we went to the D, couldn't check in.
So it was like, what do we do?
We walked around Fremont Street for like an hour or so, and then because they told us to come back to the D, and a different basically person at check-in said, no, your room's still not ready, you need to go away again. So we went away, and we'd heard about Container Park, and we'd never been to Container Park, so we went and we sat. It was about 18, 19 degrees, and we sat outside, and it was roasting
in January.
Yeah,
we just had a wee cider sitting outside. It was like, this is a nice wee spot.
Because when we walked in, it's like, oh yeah, we've been here before, but we had drinks out. We had drinks outside. So
yeah. No, I knew we'd been there before. You didn't remember it?
No, I didn't recognise the name, but when we obviously arrived, I was like, oh yeah, I remember we've been here before, but we sat outside and just got like a cider till we're waiting on our room being ready. But
so we went down there, and obviously it's all lit up at night, and it's quite fancy looking. And was it empty when we went in? I know there was other people that came in while we were there, but I think
we were the only 2 people there. But it's obviously not very big.
Container Park, if you've been, or if you've never been, like all the bars and restaurant-y places, takeaway places, they're all built out of containers, but it's so fancy, and wow.
The mixologist bar, the guy that was making the cocktails,
the effort,
he's talented.
Yeah, the effort they were putting into the drinks, and you've seen the footage, and they're probably spinning around the screen right now, because I'll put wee clips up, but wow, the smokiness, like setting things on fire, like, the orange peel in your old fashions, and yeah, just everything. And I think the cocktails were maybe like 15, whereas like even on Fremont Street itself, like Whiskey Liquor Up is like 17. You go to the Strip, you're like talking 22, 23. But wow, if you're downtown Vegas and you like your cocktails, hit up Oak and Ivy. 100%. If you want a nice cocktail, I think we stayed for a couple.
Yeah. We were going to stay for one, and then it was because it was the kind of smoked old fashioned or something I got first, and I was just like, oh my god, it's one of the nicest cocktails I've ever had in Vegas. And the cocktail, the second round we got, and then the second cocktail that you got, and he sort of talked about, obviously created it in kind of an homage to the Shining, the film. Yeah. And he was like explaining all the elements, and I was like going, because he said like there's a lot of drinks on the menu that obviously he's kind of created and he's kind of made from scratch and designed and stuff, and you're kind of going, wow, how do you even think of these things? That's amazing. It's like,
it was so good. Yeah, so it's definitely made me go, I want to go back there. So yeah, totally recommend that. And I suppose the thing was, originally we were going there before we were going to go to Barry's, because in our head, if we were going to go to Barry's and eat a big steak dinner and a bottle of wine, and then try to go to Oak and Ivy, which closed, I think, was it 11 or something, it's like, that's going to be hard to do. So we sort of got ourselves ready. We went there for about 6:30, thinking we could go there. But I'm so glad we didn't have a dinner afterwards, and we could sit and have a second drink, because originally we probably only would have had one. So it kind of worked out that we didn't go to Barry, or we knew we weren't going to Barry, so we could have 2 rounds in there, because we just sat there and chilled, and a few people came in and out. It was quiet, but it was...
Yeah, well, it was like was it a Monday night or a Tuesday night or something?
I think it was, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It was a Monday. The whole control day was a Monday. So, but wow, just go there. If you're downtown, hit it up. If you like your cocktails, just go there, because, wow, they're the best.
guy is amazing.
Yeah, and
Making
good
cocktails.
value for Vegas prices. So I think that only leaves us. Oh no, yeah, the high limit room, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, Kevin Debs.
Hi guys.
Hello. Yeah, well, obviously the plan was whatever we won on the 3 slots we played earlier in the day, we were going to play in circuit. But anyway, I'll put it on the screen. I think, yeah, well, we got 1 drink in there. We had a bonus, and
Fairly quickly.
we did, yeah, on the pigs,
Yeah.
the piggies. I think we were up a wee bit, and did we blow it all, or went outside in the circuit and blew it all? But I have to say, it was a great day. I just love the whole randomness and variety, because yeah, like we go to Vegas so much, and sometimes you're like, let's go there. I know that place. Let's go there. I know that place. But having that whole randomness, it just brings a whole new element to it sometimes.
Yeah, and obviously we went for breakfast. Was it on the Tuesday morning to one of somebody's suggestions for breakfast?
Susan Busby said, "Baby stacks."
Yeah.
Baby stacks. You've
no idea how many times I've had to listen to this.
Baby stacks. Baby stacks. I can't believe I didn't do that in the vlog.
I'm so glad for everybody that you didn't. But
Here, was that the night we also went to the tiki place?
Yeah.
We did, yeah. Should we talk about the tiki place?
yeah, no, it was really good. Yeah, it
Sorry,
was.
should you talk about the tiki?
Yeah, no, the tiki place downtown was. I think we said this on after we came out of the tiki. We said it's exactly what Fremont Street needs, like a tiki bar, and there was other people coming in, and again, the cocktails quite reasonably priced, and kind of not just here have a few bottles and a cocktail shaker and there you go, but kind of effort going into them, and like they do food as well, because we were kind of asked.
We sat at the bar, and there was people behind us who just finished eating, and another group came in who were eating.
Really sort of quirky wee place inside too, lots of wee booths and stuff, and it's 100% exactly what Fremont Street needs.
Yeah, a wee tiki place, yeah.
And would 100% go back there.
Yeah, again, it was Monday, so it was fairly quiet, but it was enjoyable, yeah. And the cocktails were great, strong. Go back there. I think that covered control our day, didn't it?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Okay, that only leaves us next trips. Well, if you're watching this, when I think you're watching this, I think in about 1 week's time, we're off to Bob Marley land.
Woohoo!
Yeah, because literally last night we just booked Jamaica. So for 8 weeks from now. So by the time you're watching this, it'll be hopefully next week. So yeah, well, we've been before. Or I posted online earlier to somebody. Our first all-inclusive holiday was in Jamaica.
Yep.
2005.
Yep, and then absolutely, totally, and utterly fell in love with the place.
Yeah, the people. Yeah, if you've ever been, you know yourself. I know
And if you haven't been, you need to go.
Yeah, somebody said in the comments like you've been married there and you've been there and you love it, and yeah, we do too. I would say it's our favourite place on the world after Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the people.
Yeah.
The people that make it, and then obviously the place, like looking at the beaches and obviously the beautiful place, but the Jamaican people are just awesome.
Sunshine.
No, you're getting factor 5,000.
Oh yeah, true, yeah.
And the shade.
But this hotel we've booked is like brand new, like only opened in what, November?
1st of November.
Yeah, and yeah.
It
and
looks amazing.
the food and the drinks look out of this world.
I picked it.
I upgraded us to adults only section.
Yeah, I picked the hotel.
I upgraded us to adults only.
Yes, you did. I'm glad. I'm so glad you did.
Which gets us more bars and restaurants.
Yes, it does.
And pools.
Yep.
I win.
I still picked.
I booked it. after the bank declined our payment.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's another story. As for Vegas, just in case you're just hanging around, listening to all this waffle going, when are you going back to Vegas? We're pretty sure it's going to be Halloween, which we've never done.
Yeah, and one of the main reasons being is we always would go earlier in October, but obviously Aer Lingus are stopping their flights
Yes.
kind of end of April, I think,
Yeah, so
for the summer, and then they start, I think, about the 27th.
it's like 6 months of
Yeah.
the year.
And they're starting 27th or 28th of October, so
Yeah, which I think it's a Tuesday the 20th, if that's the right day. Whatever, I could be wrong, but it's like a few days before Halloween, and we're like going, we've always wanted to go at Halloween. We've seen other vloggers going there and getting dressed up and all, so it's like, well, who knows what will happen, but yeah, I think we're going to go at Halloween.
and for us, now that we've got direct flights, it's not worth going a couple of weeks earlier than that to fly through London or to fly through America, even from Dublin, go Dublin, Chicago, and then Chicago on to Vegas. Now that we have direct flights from Dublin,
Yeah.
we'll happily wait till like the end of
Yeah,
October.
we'll plan our trips around
Yeah,
these flights
100%.
and hope they stay forever and ever and ever and ever. Please. I think that's pretty much it.
Yep.
Anything else you want to say?
No, don't think so. I think we've
No? What about
covered.
what about a 6-letter word?
What?
Cheers.
Cheers. Had to think about that.
She did.
Cheers.
Cha-ching.
Till next time.
See ya.